Now at 6, voters in Newton County will head to the polls to decide a local use tax. Plus, a beloved, longtime Joplin public servant dies at the age of 88. And a new study says less than half of American adults picked up a book last year. Now a Joplin organization looks to turn those numbers around.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Voters in Missouri and some in Kansas head to the polls tomorrow to decide special elections. In Newton County, voters face Proposition A proposal to introduce a local use tax. This is KOAM News at 6. I'm Tanya Bach. If passed, Prop A would allow the county to collect sales tax on online purchases from out-of-state vendors at the same rate as the total local sales tax rate. Now, the use tax is not collected from in-state purchases. The funds from the tax would be used to help fund retirement and benefits for Newton County Sheriff's deputies and other county employees. Local law enforcement says improving their benefits would help with recruitment and retention.
We're seeing a huge need for that in our recruitment and especially in our retention. Whenever we're competing against other agencies to hire the best employees that we can, we want to make sure that we're offering the best benefits that we're able to.
Currently, the local sales tax rate is roughly 1.63%. If voters pass Prop A and if the local sales tax is repealed, reduced, or raised by voter approval, the use tax would change as well. Well, meteorologist Lindsay Gaffney joins us now with a first look at weather.
Well, temperatures still in the upper 80s. This is the last nicer day that we're going to see for quite some time. Now we did have a few showers in the area, though. You can see moving out of Bentonville right now. Not seeing much more on the horizon for this afternoon. Temperatures are going to continue to drop down through the 80s, through the 70s, and actually getting down into the 60s. But we've got mostly clear skies all evening long. Now, temperatures really start to spike as we head through the rest of the week. Tomorrow, a little bit more mild, though warmer than what we've seen the last couple of days. We're getting into the low 90s, around 92 degrees. Mostly sunny, but we could see some afternoon shower chances. And then as we head through the rest of the week, we're getting into the upper 90s by Wednesday, near 100 by Thursday. But I'll have those details coming up.
All right, thanks, Lindsay. My beloved longtime Joplin public servant passes away. J.D. Love served with the Joplin Police Department for nearly 30 years before retiring in the early 90s. Love also served for a time as Jasper County Coroner. But last year, the city of Joplin honored Love by naming a street after him. Now, this is file footage of that event. J.D. Love was 88 years old. We'll have more on Love's passing and his legacy of service tonight on KOAM News at 9, on Fox 14, and KOAM News at 10. The Leadership Joplin Class of 2025 unveils a new mural in the city's downtown. Leadership Joplin is a program developed by the Joplin Area Chamber of Commerce, which hopes to help motivate future community leaders. The mural project was commissioned as part of the group's community service project, was completed by local artist Derek Weiberg and Austin Clay. But artists of all skill levels were able to help leave their mark by contributing brushstrokes to the mural on Color the Community Day back in May.
The foot traffic we're already seeing from Route 66 travelers who have been coming and photographing. We've seen touring groups coming through, and we're right next to our mural park here that has other beautiful murals. So we're really excited that this mural has landed right here at this time to be exposed out to as many people as possible.
The mural is located on the east wall of 629 South Main Street in Joplin. More than 30 different local businesses and individuals donated to help bring the mural to life. Well, several thousand Boeing workers are on strike at 3 manufacturing plants in the Midwest where the company makes military aircraft and weapons. The strike started early today at Boeing facilities in St. Louis and St. Charles, Missouri, as well as at a site in Illinois. More than 3,000 local members of the International Association of Machinists and Aerospace Workers voted to reject a modified labor agreement that included a 20% wage increase over 4 years and contract ratification bonuses. Meanwhile, workers on the picket line say they will wait for a better offer.
I will be out here on my shift every day until the new contract is offered and we ratify a new one. I am betting that this is going to be a long strike. It's nerve-wracking because I don't know where my income's going to come in for the time being. I mean, some of us are going to have to go find second jobs.
Last year, more than 30,000 Boeing workers who assemble jetliners walked off the job for close to 8 weeks. Last week, Boeing reported its second quarter revenue improved and its losses narrowed. Well, a surprising shift in America's reading habits concerns some local experts. A new study from the National Endowment for the Arts reveals less than half of American adults picked up a book last year. As KOAM's Lonnie Walton reports, NALA Adult Literacy in Joplin says turning the page isn't just good for your own growth, it can uplift those around you.
Off my phone, maybe some audio books.
Elijah said is from Joplin. He says reading is on his mind, just
not every day. Not every day.
Not every day is what a lot of Americans are doing, with less than half reporting they haven't read a book last year, according to the National Endowment for the Arts.
It's a day if you can do 30 minutes just reading on your phone, probably.
Kamara Ketch is the program coordinator for Joplin Nyla Read. She says those 30 minutes of reading are so important for adults.
Helps maintain your long-form comprehension skills to be able to read even just a 200-page novel and to keep your attention on it, to understand what's happening throughout the book is just a great cognitive skill to be able to have.
Student Eden Pagan says reading is in her blood.
I've always had a shelf in my bedroom right beside my bed.
Ketch says having a shelf by the bed isn't a bad idea. She says adult reading level can really affect a child's life for years.
Studies have shown that a woman's reading level, the mother of a child, is the most important factor that will predict the success of a child.
There's just one type of reading she will not accept.
Now, I wouldn't say that I would necessarily count social media for that because people aren't writing long paragraphs. You know, that's more entertainment reading.
Reporting in Joplin, I'm Lonnie Walton, KOAM News.
Quick says NALA offers free books to anyone in the community who wants to start improving their reading skills. Well, are you ready for some football? Pitt State soon will be. Sports Director Ryan Blink takes us to PSU where the Gorillas are kicking off football camp. That's coming up. But up first, Missouri mother and daughter share their love of raising moths.
U.S. Cellular.
Butterflies might get most of the votes for favorite flying insect, but the mother-daughter duo says they've got love for moths instead. As Avery Martinez reports, the pair has taken their love a step further, all the way into raising the insects.
Yeah, moths get a bad rep, but they're part of the ecosystem too. Some moths are pollinators, not these. Like, they don't eat at all. They're kind of strange.
Even though it's a different pet.
Oh, she's beautiful. She wants to sit on you, I think.
Her family has fallen for these massive moths.
We love them. They're really fun to raise and to release.
It's like a fuzzy. They're fuzzy and I cut their little butts.
Karina, her daughter, finds Polypheus moths cute and cuddly and a great pet.
They can't bite you and they don't hurt like those. And there's only like 2 species that eat clothes and stuff.
But these moths can't and only live a week after leaving cocoons, which bounce before hatching.
We just did 75 caterpillars, which I don't know if I'll ever do that many again. It was a lot.
So what's it like to keep a moth as a pet?
Their whole body is fuzzy, and then they do a little dance. They start to wiggle their wings when they're getting ready to fly.
And Karina doesn't love any moth more than another.
What about Mr. Handsome, though, from earlier in the spring? That had the really beautiful colors.
No, I like the ones that are like just fuzzy.
Karina finds these insects fascinating and defends her pets from other people who have a bad understanding of moths.
Yeah, when you think of moth, you think of, oh, those little stupid tiny white ones that eat clothes. And then when you think of butterfly, you think of butterfly.
Do you like butterflies more than moths or moths?
I like moths more than butterflies.
Because they're fun to hold, watch, and are unique little creatures.
Oh, one time you said you held one up and you looked at it at night out here and you said, isn't it amazing the creatures that we share this planet with?
Yeah, but you think it's so cute.
They're really cute.
Cute.
Well, Missouri is home to an estimated 3,000 species of moths. Well, a little later, the Joplin Outlaws look to take their red-hot winning streak into the playoffs. Ryan has a preview of the team's chances on their title defense coming up in sports.
And we're going back into a heat wave for the rest of the week. I'll have those details coming up. Well, it is coming to an end. Our nice days, temperatures in the 80s. We had a great weekend. Today, we got up to about 87. This was the final day where temperatures were going to be in the 80s with our lows in the 60s. We do have one more night with lows in the 60s. So we get a cool start to Tuesday before those temperatures start to ramp up. Now, I've already seen temperatures consistently warming up over the last couple of days. We were in the lower 80s yesterday. So this time yesterday, we were about 5 degrees cooler in Carl Junction, about 8 degrees cooler in Iola, a little bit cooler out there in Bella Vista as well. So we've had about 5 to even pushing up to close to 10 degrees warmer today than we were yesterday. Now, we have had a couple of shower chances out south of our area, but again, those are going to be out of the area over the next 10 minutes, not really affecting the rest of us. We even have completely clear skies in Joplin. You can see downtown Joplin from the Cornell Arts and Entertainment Complex. The rest of the evening is looking phenomenal. Cooler temperatures again tonight. It's going to be our last really cool night before we start to see those higher temperatures and lower dew points. We've seen low humidity all weekend long, which has added on to the beautiful weather that we've had this weekend. Now, we're about 65, so we're in this not bad to sticky range, although over the next couple of days temperatures start to heat up and those humidity levels are going to start to rise as well. Now tonight about 66, so it's a little bit warmer than it was last night, but still in the 60s, so still pretty cool, and clear skies. It's going to be clear for the next couple of days. We don't have a lot of rain chances, a couple of hit and miss showers by Tuesday, but for most of us it's going to be sunny. That starts by early Tuesday morning. We've got a few clouds south of I-44, but the rest of the day is pretty sunny. Early afternoon, you can see down in Arkansas, maybe even down in Oklahoma. We also have a couple of these pop-up shower chances around 3 to 4 p.m. Not long-lived, pretty similar to what we saw today. Now heading into Wednesday morning, back to those sunny skies for the day, but we could see another round of those afternoon showers. Now, out near Yates Center, it's along a front, so could get some storms up there, but out on the Missouri side, just some random pop-up showers, pop-up storms. And then the same thing on Thursday morning. We've got a front moving through. It is going to drape just in our northern counties, but not really affecting our central or southern counties other than a few clouds. So temperatures are really what we're going to be dealing with over the next couple of days. Most of us staying dry, but these temperatures are warming up to the upper 90s by Wednesday. Thursday, 99, near 100, and then we're getting into the hundreds by Friday. Now, it doesn't start to cool back down until the weekend, end of the weekend. We have rain chances starting Saturday. That's going to be bringing those cooler temperatures by the start of the following week back down to average. Not quite what we saw this weekend. We were in the lower 80s this weekend, but we are going to get down to about 90, 91, 92, which is typically where we are this time of year.
Yeah, definitely hot, but I mean, it's August. It's supposed to be hot.
It's pretty standard.
We'll get through it.
I hope so.
All right, be safe though, for sure. All right, thanks, Lindsay. Still ahead, the Mid-America League playoffs begin tomorrow, and the Joplin Outlaws are the top seed. A preview of their matchup is next. Plus, Pittsburgh State football began their preseason camp today. We'll hear from the team coming up.
Attention, Missouri and Kansas.
The calendar has turned to August, and that means football is back, with games being played at all levels this month, including Division II with Pitt State. The Gorillas return to the field on Monday with the start of their preseason camp. For the players and coaches, the excitement of being back together was felt with intensity and energy as Pitt State gears up for their season opener at the end of the month.
For coaches, it's like Christmas. I mean, you sat around for a few months in the summer and can't have much interaction with the guys. You know, a lot of recruiting, a lot of high school camps. So to be able to get back out here on the field, coach these guys, be around them again, have fun with them, it's a fun day for coaches.
I mean, it's awesome. I mean, you know, we get to get all the guys back out here. You know, we get to do what we want to do at the end of the day, play football. You know, it's fun to have everyone out here run around, but, you know, we're trying to get one day at a time, one rep at a time, whether that's on the sideline or if that rep that you're in right now. That's what we're focused on.
Due to NCAA rules, coaches are restricted on how much they can be around their players during the off-season. But despite not having a coach's guidance throughout the summer, the Gorillas stepped up, organizing team meetings and practices to put in work and start forming a strong team chemistry.
I think that's one thing that's really driven this team a lot this offseason is that we're such a player-led team. I mean, we got practices 2 times a week in the summer that all the players lead. I mean, we get practices, we run a little bit of team here and there. I mean, we're getting extra indie work, we're getting extra film work. So I mean, it's just really awesome to come in every single day, and you got guys that are wanting to learn, get better, and that just really motivates everyone around.
We had no returning captains, so we had to find guys that wanted to step into leadership roles and lead these practices, lead these meetings, lead the lifts, and we had a lot of guys that wanted to step up. And obviously we got our captains voted on by our teammates, but we also had guys that aren't captains that really stepped up. And it made a big difference because we felt more like a family, more like guys could tell somebody when they're slacking, when they're doing good, and it went really well because we had that camaraderie together.
Pitt State opens the 2025 season on Thursday, August 28th on the road against Ferris State. The Mid-America League playoffs begin tomorrow night with the first of 2 semifinal matchups, featuring the top-seeded Joplin Outlaws taking on the Texarkana Rhinos. The Outlaws are coming off their first regular season title, setting the league record for the most regular season wins with 47. In 10 matchups against the Rhinos this year, Joplin is 6-4, outscoring Texarkana 89-58. The Outlaws enter the playoffs as winners in 15 of their last 18 games. First pitch is tomorrow night at 7:05 from Abilene. In the major leagues, the Royals are coming off their 4th straight series win after beating Toronto on Sunday. Tonight, a crucial 3-game series begins in Boston against the Red Sox. The Red Sox hold that top wildcard spot over the Yankees by a half game, while the Royals trail Seattle by 3.5 games for the last wildcard spot. This one just got underway and is still scoreless in the first inning. As for the Cardinals, they continue their West Coast road trip with a 3-game set against the Dodgers. St. Louis dropped 2 of 3 against the Padres in San Diego over the weekend and have lost 6 of their last 10 games. Sonny Gray gets the nod for the Cards tonight with Tyler Glasnow towing the rubber for LA. First pitch is at 9:10 p.m. from Dodger Stadium. I'm starting to love this time of year. We've got that perfect mix of football coming back and then baseball and postseason. It's one of my favorite times of the year.
I can't wait till we hit like Friday night football when we have cooler nights, and then we have the actual Friday night football weather with the games. That'll be fun.
I'm excited for that, mainly because I'll be out there filming, so I won't be sweating as much. But those fall nights with football, I don't think there's much better than that.
Yeah. In the meantime, I feel for the guys out there on the field practicing because it's going to get hot out there this week.
It was warm today, and yet it was only in the 80s, so I can't imagine what tomorrow and later this week is going to feel like for them.
For sure. All right. Thank you so much. That's it for sports. We're back right after this.
These were my 4-state hero.
Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. Voters in Newton County head to the polls tomorrow to decide on a tax to boost sheriff's benefits and keep deputies on the job. We'll have the details, plus what you need to know about enhancing workouts with weighted vest. And we'll have details from the Joplin City Council meeting. Those stories and a lot more tonight on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. And it's about to get hot.
It is. I know we've enjoyed our temperatures in the 80s, but today was the last day. By Tuesday, low 90s. But for the rest of the weekend, upper 90s to about 100. So it's going to be hot this week.
All right, final sports note.
Pitt State football is back with preseason camp. A lot of position battles. I'm excited to see how they play out, especially quarterback room, because they have to replace a 3-year starter.
That's right. All right, well, thank you for watching. We'll see you right back here at 10. Have a great evening and an even better tomorrow.